forgive Jesus.
Maria, their son. Don't worry, amen.
Nyaju odibowani ko se browa. Ekene Maria, Egypt na Gracia.
Oh, guys, like and subscribe and share, right? Thank you.
Forgive Jesus.
Maria, their son, thank you.
Ekene Maria, Egypt na Gracia, Oseblu Anonyeli, Edengos next Tiboronine, Ojazingos, forgive Jesus.
Maria, their son, thank you.
Yabalanya yo onne nke Chukwu dị asọ. Ayo, anyị na-arịọ gị o Chukwu ka erinye Kraịst n'ime obi anyị, ka anyị bụ ndị anyị butere ozi ọma, wee mara iwere arụ Kristi nwa gị, site n'afọ ya n'obe ya, wee bata n'osito na mbilite n'ọnwụ ya, site na Kristi dị mere anyị. Amen. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Otito dịrị Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ. Ka mkpụrụ obi ndị niile kwerenụ gara aga. Ka mkpụrụ obi fa zuru ike na ndokwa.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị nọnyere ụnụ. Ka Chineke dị ike niile gọzie ụnụ, Nna na Nwa na Mmụọ Nsọ.
Amen.
Ekpere a bịara gị site na nkwado ndị Love Bite Foods and Beverages Limited Nnobi. Ndị na-alụpụta Love Bite Bread nọ na nọmba 1 Nwosu Mmaduka Close, Umuru Nnobi, 081 49 82 82 54.
Listen to news updates on Ebonadi 103.5 FM immediately after Angeles 6 o'clock a.m. and 6 o'clock p.m. weekdays. Stay tuned to be updated, to be informed. News updates, live reports. Ebonadi FM breaks the news with actualities.
I believe that if we are looking for a new Nigeria,
You can as well listen online via mixlr.com/gistfm.
Good evening and welcome to Ebona, the 103.5 FM News Update. Today, Friday, the 14th day of April 2023, and the time is 4 minutes past the hour of 6. Martin Ifanshuku Ekeze is my name. The headlines. He was patriotic. Ojikalo Mons Mbanuju, ex-governor of Anambra. Police arrest 24-year-old passenger with 2 pistols in Delta. Supplementary polls. Edo APC, PDP trade wars over alleged plans to disrupt elections. As Anambra teachers allege fraudulent deduction in salaries. Nigerian Army denies a victim retired officer forcefully in Enugu. Florida GOP passes 6-week abortion ban. DeSantis supports it. Now, details. He was patriotic. Ojikalo, governor of Anambra. Ojikalo, chief whip of the Senate, has mourned the demise of Chinwoke Mbanuju, a former governor of Anambra. He served as the governor of Anambra between May 1999 and May 2003. In a statement issued on Wednesday, Kalo said Mbanuju contributed to the growth and development of the Southeast state. He said the deceased was humble, forthright, and selfless in his lifetime, and received with sadness the news of the demise of former governor of Anambra State, Dr. Chinwoke Mbanuju. The statement reads, the deceased played noble roles in advancing the cause of the people through various platforms. He was easygoing, compassionate, and patriotic in his endeavors. His good deeds are worthy of emulation. The late statesman will be sorely missed for his worthy legacies. Mbanuju was a personal assistant to Jim Nwobodo, the former governor of Enugu, between 1979 and 1980, before playing the same role for Shehu, former Nigeria's president, between 1980 and 1983. Police arrest 24-year-old passenger with two pistols in Delta. Operatives of Dragon 18 and 29, during a routine stop and search duty, arrested a 24-year-old passenger, Joseph Vincent, just as it recovered from him two locally fabricated pistols in Delta State. The incident occurred along Jeremy Iwekan Road in Uweli South Local Government Area. The operatives intercepted a tricycle with registration number GBB 022UN, driven by one Israel Sibito M, male, 58 years, conveying three females and one male passenger. It was during the search that the suspect jumped down from the tricycle and ran into a nearby bush in an attempt to escape. However, he was given a hot chase by the operatives and arrested. The Delta State Police Public Relations Officer, DSP Bright Edafe, confirmed the report in a statement signed and made available to newsmen. The police image maker said when search was conducted on him, two locally fabricated Beretta pistols were recovered from him. He noted that investigation is ongoing. Supplementary polls. Edo APC, PDP trade wars over alleged plans to disrupt elections. With just about 2 days to the scheduled supplementary polls by the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC), the Edo State chapters of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) and the All Progressive Congress (APC) have both accused each other of plots to disrupt the Saturday's poll. Newsmen gathered that both the PDP and APC have alleged that both camps have made plans to make INEC officials compromise ahead of the polls to be held in some parts of the state. It was learned that APC House of Assembly candidate for Ovie Southwest constituency, Sunday Agedo, made the initial allegation claiming that two electoral officers, EOs, deployed to conduct the supplementary election for the area had been allegedly paid 5 million naira each by the Edo state government. The APC chieftain, in a statement on Thursday, claimed that the state Governor Godwin Obaseki is desperate to do anything for the victory of his party, the PDP, to win in the area. Aguero submitted that we have cried out severely on the unwholesome activities of the governor to ensure that the will of the people is subverted. And now he has come again by giving each of the EOs 5 million naira to deliver the PDP candidate who presently occupies the distant second position after the March 18 poll. Just on Wednesday, the same governor deployed a security team to Inihoa with the sole aim of keeping our strong supporters out of circulation on Saturday. However, in a counter statement, the state chairman of the PDP, Dr. Tony Aziebumi, also claimed that the APC is planning to unleash thugs during Saturday's runoffs in the state and therefore called on security agencies to be at alert. Disquiet as Anambra teachers allege fraudulent deduction in salaries. There is disquiet among teachers in Anambra State who allege that their take-home pay is being fraudulently fiddled with by certain officials. Some of the teachers who spoke with our correspondent in Ekusugu local government area of the state pointed out that the problem actually started in November last year. They claim that the matter was reported to the FO in the council area, who promised to look into their grievances. The FO allegedly directed the teachers to Joint Allocation Account Committee (JAAC) office in Government House, Oka. The official, according to the teachers, demanded 1,500 naira to rectify the issue, which they claim have not seen the light of the day. Some of us were recruited into the Teaching Service Commission in 2013 and have risen to the level 9 with 60,000 naira as salaries, but our take home rotates between 51 and 48,000 naira. Apart from that, we have worked so hard to reposition the public schools in Ekusugu local government area of Anambra State and deserve better treatment. It is really unfortunate that in spite of all our efforts, we would still be underpaid. We had it on good note that teachers in other local government areas are getting an increment. Why would our case be different? They are also aggrieved that the teachers recently employed by Professor Charles Soludo who are on level 7 in better salaries. When we were employed in 2013, all of us were recognized on our NCE qualifications, but under the new dispensation, the newly employed teachers were placed on level 8 and earn bigger salaries. There is urgent need to harmonize the salary scale, they insisted. The Transition Committee chairman of Ekusugo Local Government Area, Honorable Shemezie Obi, when contacted for comment, expressed shock that the teachers were being extorted. He demanded that the affected teachers should report to his office immediately, even as he assured that he will look into the matter to ensure that culprits are brought to book. Nigerian Army denies a victim retired officer forcefully in Enugu. The Nigerian Army has described as misleading the publications in some mainstream and online media insinuating that soldiers invaded the Enugu residence of a retired army officer and evicted his family. The reports further alleged that soldiers assaulted the officer's wife and children in the eviction process. However, the director of Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Onyema Nwachukwu, said this story is not only misleading but aimed at tarnishing the image and reputation of the Nigerian Army. He said, much as the Nigerian Army would have refrained from responding, it is, however, expedient to set the record straight and clear gray areas on the ejection of the retired senior officer. House 7 on Abakaliki Lane is among federal government houses accommodating Nigerian Army officers in Enugu for over 2 decades. The house was allocated to Colonel Ugwoke, retired, then Major E.L. Ugwoke as his official residence when he was posted to 82 Division Military Intelligence Brigade, then Intelligence Group, as the Deputy Commander 82 Division Intelligence Group in 2007. The officer continued to occupy the house even after he was posted out of the division. The squirrel to his plea that his family be allowed to remain in Enugu for convenience rather than moving them from place to place. It was, however, later discovered that the retired senior officer deviously used the official letterhead of his office on 3 different occasions to solicit the monetization of the house through some officials of Enugu state government. In 2020, when it was observed that the retired senior officer was attempting to wrongly appropriate to himself the official quarters, House 7 on Abakaliki Lane, which was still the property of 82 Division Nigerian Army through the state government. A committee was instituted by the then General Officer Commanding GOC to ascertain the status of the said property, and the committee made the following findings. A. That the House 7 on Abakaliki Lane, GRA, Enugu, situated on plot R30B O GRA Enugu, is among the federal government properties occupied by the Enugu state government and other federal government parastatals and agencies after the Civil War. This fact is corroborated by the search on the property from the Ministry of Lands and Urban Development, which confirmed that there was no record of ownership of the police archive. B. House 7 on Abakaliki Lane, GRA, Enugu State, was among the houses handed over to the 82 Division by the past administrator to ameliorate the accommodation challenges of the division. C. That the said property was not among 26 residential quarters officially handed over to the Enugu State government in 2015. D. That there are no documents to confirm that the said property was sold or paid for by anyone. It is worthy of note that officers of Nigerian Army occupying institutionalized houses are expected to vacate such accommodation while on posting or retirement. However, the retired senior officer failed to comply, knowing fully of the rippling effect on the accommodation status of the other posted in and serving officers. In the misleading publication, it was alleged that the retired senior officer's wife and children were brutalized, which is an outright falsehood aimed at whipping up undue sentiments. It must be stated unambiguously that the Nigerian Army is a disciplined institution with utmost regard for the family institution and the vulnerable, particularly women and children, he stated. Now we move over to the foreign scene. Florida GOP passes 6-week abortion ban. DeSantis supports it. A group of activists gathered outside the Tallahassee City Hall building to protest SB 300, which would place a ban on abortions after 6 weeks on April 3rd. The Republican-dominated Florida legislature on Thursday approved a ban on abortions after 6 weeks of pregnancy, a proposal supported by GOP Governor Ron DeSantis as he prepares for an expected presidential run. DeSantis is expected to sign the bill into law, Florida currently prohibits abortions after 15 weeks. A 6-week ban will give DeSantis a key political victory among Republican primary voters as he prepares to launch a presidential candidacy built on his national brand as a conservative standard bearer. The policy would also have wider implications for abortion access throughout the South in the wake of the U.S. Supreme Court's decision last year overturning Roe v. Wade and leaving decisions about abortion access to states. Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi have banned abortion at all stages of pregnancy, while Georgia forbids the procedure after cardiac activities can be detected, which is around 6 weeks. We have the opportunity to lead the national debate about the importance of protecting life and giving every child the opportunity to be born and find his or her purpose, said Republican Rep. Jenna Persons Mullica, who carried the bill into the House. Democrats and abortion rights group have criticized Florida's proposal as extreme. A Democratic senator and chairwoman of the Florida Democratic Party were arrested and charged with trespassing during a protest in Tallahassee against the week ban in a last-ditch move to delay the bill's passage in the House on Thursday. Democrats filed dozens of amendments to the proposal, all of which were rejected by Republicans. Women's health and their personal right to choose is being stolen, said Democratic Rep. Felicia Simeon Robinson. So I asked, is Florida truly a free state? She inquired. This is where we draw the curtain on news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. But before we leave, a quick look at the headlines. He was patriotic. Ojikalo mourns Mbanuju, ex-governor of Anambra. Police arrest 24-year-old passenger with 2 pistols in Delta. Supplementary polls, Edo APC, PDP trade wars over alleged plans to disrupt elections. Disquiet as Anambra teachers allege fraudulent deduction in salaries. Nigerian Army denies evicting retired officer forcefully in Enugu. Florida GOP passes 6-week abortion ban. DeSantis supports it. You just listened to news updates on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. News produced and read by Martin Ifanjuku Ekezie. Thank you for listening. Once again, good evening.
Listen to news updates on Ebona.
So, guys, like, subscribe, and share. Right? Thank
After
you.
Angeles, 6 o'clock a.m.